Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, guys, this is the uh, presentation about our project of the simulation. This project is presented by Group 4. The member of Group 4 is first FURQAN Putra, IQBAL Novendra, and ALIF ANANDA JA. For our study, in the case study is about the queuing of service the motorcycle Yamaha Jahaya Baru Damar, and the distribution of case study. In the case study, our case study has two parts of queuing, and first is registration server and the two service server. In the registration server, we have the 3 units, and the service server we have 9 units. And this is the flowchart of queuing system. And the first customer come, next come to the registration, and for the registration have three units: registration 1, 2, and 3. You can look in our flowchart. And next, the description of flowchart is we system has 9 server, 1 until 9, and if the one is busy, the system is continued to the server 2, and so on. Next, it's about the input analysis. The collect data is case study. We have the number of motorcycle, time of come in the registration table, time in finish in the registration table, process time in the registration table, start time of the service in server, finish time of the service in server, process time, the motorcycle finish in of the server, number of server, and the last number of registration table. And the first step to do our simulation is input analysis. In input analysis, from our data, we have the 4 distribution. The first is beta distribution, next exponential distribution, and then uniform distribution, and Weibull distribution. This you can look to our presentation. This is the data of the beta distribution and the inter-arrival, the about in the inter-arrival motorcycle. The next distribution uniform, you can look for our data in the service time server 1, and the exponential you can look to our data in registration table 1, and the Weibull you can look in the registration table 2. Next is our simulation model. So in this you can look the simple of our simulation. First, the customer come until the finish and out, how much the motorcycle come and out. And this is the visualization of simulation model. You can look and have the part and the server and the registration, and so on. So for the verification model, we use the two kind of verification. One is subjective decision, and the two is a scoring process. In the subjective decision, we make the argument about our model and look the actual model in the system, and make a decision of this model for the actual and the system of arena. And the scoring process, we scoring the data and the result of arena and the actual from our model. And the Jahaya Baru implemented the first out system. Customers who first arrive will be given service first. The simulation model designate does not experience errors and can be run. The simulation model also produces output that is in accordance with previous observation data, and therefore the model designate can be said to have met the desired criteria. And this is the output analysis for our simulation. This is, you can look for the output analysis number out. If number out, it means the sum on or the total of motorcycle in our system of arena, and the effort is 23, and this is the time on the total QE. You can look, is this the waiting time, and this is the number, and then this is number waiting. This is the bar chart of registration time. Is the one of the output analysis. Is the in our simulation we use the 12 replication. This is the bar chart of registration time in 12 replication and 1 replication. Next, in the QE time, 12 replication and 1 replication. You can look for our representation. And this is the histogram of registration time. It's the 12 replication and 1 replication, and so on. This is the histogram in the QE time. This is the moving average of representation table. You can look, it's the 12 replication and it's 1 replication. In the third presentation is moving average for our QE time. And then it's the coefficient interval mean of registration table. You can look for the presentation. This is the data from the registration time by the 1 replication, and this is to 12 replication. This is the coefficient interval mean of the QE time, and then the compare mean of registration table. You can look in presentation, and this is the compare mean of QE time. And the result of our analysis use several tools as described above. It can be seen that the model of the Jaha Baru Damar Motor Service QE time system has described the real system of the model, and the condition in the same condition as the data that rival process, the system can produce 26 output. Meanwhile, the output analysis illustrated that the system input is the 29 vehicle. This is from the tool coefficient interval on mean process time with number of observation is 29, and the output of this analyzer has illustrated the reality where the number of system input is greater than the output value. And the final step to analyze your model or of simulation is validation model. And the validation model, we use the 12 replication. This is the data of the 12 replication. You can look for the presentation. And then we make the hypothesis. The hypothesis testing is done to validate the simulation model that has been designated. Thus, the statistical value of the middle is calculated using the following formula. You can look in the presentation. So we get the x bar for the formula is 23, and the mean of the actual model is 26, and the standard deviation is 3.37. So we use the formula. So for the hypothesis, we do with the two kind of we said that CI and two kind of galat. In the first we use the CI is 95%, and the alpha is 5%. So, and X0 make the hypothesis, the calculate hypothesis, and this we calculate the z, and we get the z is minus 0.x9, and so on. You can look for the normal table. So the conclusion, the value of z, we get the minus 0.89. So it's mean the z we can get there are in the interval the z big for the minus z and plus for z alpha per 2, and then we conclusion the accept h0. So the mean of the customer finish to the actual same with the 26 customer. And then in this that data we use the CI is 99% and alpha is 1%, and so on. We can look the value of C and the Z alpha per 2. For the calculation, we get the calculate Z is minus 0.89. It means the value of Z we get in the interval of Z and Z minus Z alpha per 2 and Z alpha per 2. So the conclusion is H0 accepted. And yes, this is our presentation about the verification and validation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.